Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Angie and today I'm going to explain how the genders work in Spanish. In Spanish we have feminine and masculine gender, but how to guess when we should use each? For that we have some rules. The first one is nouns referring to men are always masculine. For example, el chico, the boy, or el hombre, the man. These kinds of nouns are always going to be masculine. And also the opposite. All the nouns referring to women always are feminine. La chica, the girl, la mujer, the woman. Many Spanish words can be used to talk about men and women just by changing the ending. If a word ends in O, normally it's going to be masculine, and to make it feminine, you just have to change the O for an A. For example, el amigo, la amiga. So you see, amigo ends in O and then amiga in A. So this means friend in English. The exception for this is that some of the masculine words end in consonant. So if you want to make, for example, a profession, for example, the teacher, el profesor, to a feminine word, we had to add the A. But have in mind that this word doesn't end in O, so don't worry, just have to add the A. The next rule is that almost every word in Spanish ending in O is going to be masculine. For example, el mechero, the firelighter, or el fuego, the fire. Also, every noun, or almost every noun, ending in A is going to be feminine. For example, la botella, the bottle, or la casa, the house. The next rule is that in Spanish we have different words to refer to the different gender of the animal. If it is feminine, we have a word, and if it's masculine, we have a word. The same happens in English when we talk, for example, about the bull and the cow. In Spanish, it would be el toro y la vaca. Sometimes the same word is used to refer to the same animal but different gender, and we make this difference by the ending of the noun. For example, el gato and la gata. So here we have the cat, the masculine will be a male, and the cat but female. We also can do this with dog, el perro, la perra. When you don't know or care what sex the animal is, you should use the masculine to refer in general to the animal. Days and years are always masculine. El lunes, martes, el miércoles, el jueves, el viernes, el sábado y el domingo. And also when we refer to different years, for example, el 2021, el 2020, we always use the masculine. Also, the names of the languages are always masculine. El inglés, el árabe, el italiano, the English, the Arabic, the Italian, always masculine. The names of the rivers and mountains and seas, always masculine too. For example, el río Ebro, el Everest, or el mar Mediterráneo, always masculine. Now another rule is that some endings, for example, ion, ad, and ud, are always feminine. For example, la ciudad, city, la multitud, the crowd, and la universidad, the university, are always feminine words. So remember, ad, ion, ud. Now I'm going to talk about some exceptions to these rules. The first one is that in Spanish, even though we have some words that are feminine and end in A, in singular they are masculine. For example, el agua, the water. This is like this because if we said la agua, it would be a harder pronunciation. So instead of using la, we use the masculine article el to make it easier. In Spanish, we have some words that are always the same. So when we have the same word to refer to a man or a woman, what we do is just changing the article. For example, in Spanish, for the word student, we have estudiante. So it can be used for men and for women. And what we do is just changing the article. La estudiante, feminine, el estudiante, masculine. Some words for people have only one possible gender, whether they refer to a male or a female. For example, gente, people, or víctima, victim. If we want to talk about a group of people or to a group of people, we use the feminine or the integrants are all female. For example, in English, we have a neutral word to say that is guys, but in Spanish, we have to take into account if the group is made up of girls or boys. So, if there are more girls, you have to use chicas. But if there are more boys, chicos. If you don't know who are more in the group, if there are more girls or if there are more boys, you have to use the masculine, chicos. This rule can also be used not only for people, you can also say some animals. If you want to talk about an animal generally, you can say los perros, the dogs, los caballos, the horses. And also, if you want to talk about um, a group of people that have a name, for example, students, los estudiantes, las estudiantes. So you have to make a division for these kinds of groups. You have to know if there are more girls or if there are more boys. The last rule is that there are some animals that doesn't change the gender whether they are male or female. For example, la tortuga is always feminine, the tortue, even though it refers to a male or a female. Also, la rata, the rat, is feminine, but it doesn't matter if it's referring to a male or a female. Thanks for watching. I hope that you liked the video. You can follow me on my Instagram account where I post tricks and summaries about the Spanish grammar. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to learn more about the Spanish grammar. See you in the next video.